got any questions, just when I'm carving, ask Spike maybe, and he can copy and paste them for when I have a break. But I'm going to get to the point here real quick. So I'm using a older steel 170, MS 170. This has a 16-inch cannon bar on it. It's a little bit, this bar is a little bit too big for this saw, but that's what I got right now. And I'm going to be using my Ryan Cook Echo CS 2511P with the 8-inch Forester bar on here, okay? They don't think they sell these anymore right now. Hi Spike, hi Amy. I'm just using gas with the mixer rate and cornolia oil, all right? That's what I'm going to carve here today. I'm going to carve a long wood spirit. This is kind of a weird time for me to do a live because, well, it's a weekday. But anyways, I'm here. I'm back. I got an hour-long video for this weekend coming out too, where I carved an eagle and did some other things. But this is an old piece of Western red cedar. It's from a mill. It's been milled. You can see they got this to get the bark off of there. But you can see the thickness I got here. This is really old, beautiful cedar. So we'll see how much I clean it up. Now all the tools that I'm going to use, I'm going to start off with using the Metabo, this Metabo die grinder. What model is this one? This is GE 710 Plus. Now this die grinder kicks ass. It's got speed control too. So this is the Metabo one, okay? And it compares with the Makita kicking ass die grinder, kicking ass David Grass GD0800C. Now this one, I'm going to start off with this one. This one has the 1/4-inch Kutzall extreme flame burr. It's kind of dull, the more aggressive one. This one has the silver flame burr. Okay. Hey buddy out there in Alaska, how are you? Okay, so those are those two. I'm going to start off with this one and this one. Then I got a Dremel 4300 with the Kutzall flame burr. All I basically ever use is flame burrs. Anybody wants to get these Kutzall burrs, just go to my thing below and it will take you to the Kutzall site. Okay, I got this disc sander, right? This is just a cheap one from Walmart, I think. I got the Dremel Advantage. I'm not too sure if I'm going to use this. This has the Dremel 125-bit. This carves and burns the wood at the same time. But if you can get yourself one of these Dremel Advantages, they kick ass. It's got speed control. They don't make these anymore, but you can find them on Facebook Marketplace. I got my Makita finger sander on here. You do not have to have the Makita. This is 9032. This thing's like $300 and something. My desk mask fell down here. Gotta pick it up before the ants get into it. And a homemade flap sander. All right. What else can I show you? Oh, I also got my DeWalt blower too for the people getting it. It's good to have a thing so you can blow your carving off too. I don't want to use my airline too much because the compressor will go off. Anyways, so what I'm going to do on here is carve a long wood spirit. I think because this is such beautiful wood, you know, you see the marks in here and stuff like that. You know, I could have cleaned it up with my chainsaw before I started this live, but I think I'm going to get my saw and cut off all this old gray stuff on this one this time because it's so beautiful, this wood. All right. Anyways, I'm going to put my dusk mask on. You guys see all right? Everybody see okay? Hi, Tim. And I'm going to start cleaning this up here. Woodchucker, thanks for subbing. Anyways, we'll get on with it. I'm kind of feeling a little bit tired right now. I explained on my video this weekend where I've been. I haven't made a video in a week or two. Just been moving and I had back problems and a whole bunch of shit happened, but I don't really want to talk about it now. But anyways, let's get the fire charged up, and I'm going to slice off all this bad wood. These lives are basically for you guys to chat amongst each others. I am going to talk about when I start carving in the wood spirit face. So I hit a rock down there. There was a rock hidden inside the wood. Anyways, here's the beautiful first growth red cedar, western red cedar. Look how nice and tight that grain is. See, this is, I don't think you get any nicer wood to chainsaw carve. This is all this wood that I got from Vancouver Island. All those logs, it's all like this, nice and dark, tight grain, holds great detail. It's soft. Anyways, now I'm going to take a little break. If anybody's got any questions, I don't need to take a break right now, like I'm not tired, but I'm going to anyways. Then I'm going to draw on the wood spirit. Now I don't know if I want to do just a long wood spirit, or like a wood spirit up here, then a wood spirit down there. Or I kind of just want to. No, I'm just going to do one. I got to blast off a couple wood spirits today. But who knows, maybe my saw is duller now. I don't feel like sharpening it because I hit that rock. But I can also carve this one there too. Live. We'll see how much battery I got here. This is my phone. This is a new phone. I broke my old phone, so. Hi there. Yeah, I shaved. Forgot to brush my teeth this morning. Oh, the move's going. I can't be in my new place till the 31st. I talk about that in my video this weekend. Trust me, I had about 4 days where it was a real nightmare, a complete nightmare. 4 or 5 days where I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I have the strength to pull through. But here I am. Here I am. Here you are. Here we all are together. I think I'm just going to kind of do, can you guys hear me fine? I think I'm just going to kind of do my normal, traditional wood spirit, like the top's going to go like this. Make it nice and smooth. Center point. So all I have to do, hi Susan, hi Larry, I saw you guys were both here. All I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my little 2511 cut here, dig, so cut straight in, or you can bevel it in, like this, here, remove some of this wood, then I can draw my wood spirit on right here, okay? I might as well get the saw fired up and Okay, so see, I just did this a little bit different. Normally I just come down, try different things, have a good time. So, hello. Where do you want to put your forehead? Center line. Forehead. Eyes. All right, can you guys see? Your center line, your forehead, your eyes, your nose. Okay. So here's a shout out to Roy. He's from Bear Mountain Wood Carving, I think it is. He's working right now. He's running an excavator, but he's watching. I made a post yesterday, and I said, if anybody struggles with wood spirit when it comes to chainsaw carving, just leave a comment. And he left a comment. He struggles because, like your mustache, you can have your mustache coming off like a normal person's, and it comes down here, or you can just have it coming down like this, and you got your inside there. Now, I struggled with this when I was like, I don't carve like a realistic wood spirits. Like, I'm not an Alex Lacrosse. I carve my wood spirits are wood spirits. They're not wizards. Now, when you're Dremel carving, or maybe even chainsaw carving, when you got your, this one's gonna have the lip like this. Can you guys see? This one's gonna have my normal, and it kind of looks grumpy, more aggressive when it's like this. But he struggles with when he cuts out here and he cuts the nose in and the bottom lip right here. It seems like the more that he curves it deeper, the bottom lip, like this line here, always gets pushed down farther. And when he's done it, the bottom lip's not where it's supposed to be here. It's always down here, right? So I think the easy solution to that, before you cut this in part, the inside of the mustache and the bottom lip there, just get your depth for the nose right first, okay? Like, you know what I mean? Like, dig it, carve around here, carve your eyes in, get your nose to pop off the farthest from the face if you want. Like, carve this deeper, but get your depth for the nose that you want in there. Then you don't keep on slowly carving here, then slowly carving here, then it's slowly carving here, then slowly taking away, slowly removing here, slowly taking away, slowly removing here, slowly taking away. When you do it like that, like I just said, that's how your bottom lip drops, okay? So just try and do your cut. You could do a few cuts, don't have to be one cut. Do your cut, remove the wood around here, and try and get the depth for your nose before you even carve this part in. Carve this part in last. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? I've been there, done that with the stickers. I'm over it. But you guys have fun. I got your sticker, Tim. Thanks. But I'm not putting stickers on my new Dremel board that I'm gonna make. It's just gonna have a carving fusion thing on it. Okay, Larry, tribe strong. Okay, let's get something I want to get something very clear here. Very clear. And I'm not insulting anybody when I say this. Larry Dibbs is my brother. We had a moment in the wintertime where we didn't talk for a little bit. I was kind of being an asshole. But Amy Jo helped fix that because Larry's my good friend. So let's get something very clear here. The tribe, or the Carving Fusion family does not exist here at Carving Fusion. Carving Fusion, we are friends. If you want to call it a family, go ahead and call it a family. Larry Dibbs is the originator of the family talk and the tribe talk. Now, Amy Jo carried on Larry Dibbs' tribe family talk. Okay? Now, supposedly, I don't know, the word is some other dude that kind of tries to replicate Jordy is talking about the tribe and the Carving family. And some people call him the big chief. Well, he is not the big chief when it comes to the tribe. When it comes to the tribe, Larry Dibbs is the big chief, and Amy Jo is Larry Dibbs. Well, they're both married, but Amy Jo is Larry's queen or big chief's assistant or something. Okay, so let's get that clear. The tribe's talk does not work for me. The family talk does not work for me. Here, we're friends. I'm not saying it to be an asshole. As much as I love Larry and I love Amy, I love them both. That talk doesn't work for me. Okay? We can't. There's only one chief when it comes to chief and tribes. It is Larry Dibbs. And he's over at Wellesley's workshop. All right? Yeah, Tribe Mama. That's Amy Jo. I shaved one at 5 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't sleep. My back was killing me. I got up. I shaved too much off. Now, I look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, yeah, now I'm starting to look like I'm 80 years old. And, you know, because when you got the patchy beard going, right, it hides your double chin. But then once you shave, well, the double chin's hanging. It's called the dick do. Your belly hang further than your dick do. Sorry, ladies. I forgot to brush my teeth. So, did you hear me? Rye, there's Rye. Yeah, and Rye's got a YouTube channel too. Rye's the Bear Mountain. He bought a Carving Fusion shirt with me on it, and I'm like, I get shit done, and he made a little video about that. Thanks, Creighton Carves. Thanks, man. Okay, so tribe family talk. Over that way or over that way. Not here. And I say that with all due respect. Okay, so Rye, did you hear me talking about when you're running the excavator? Did you hear me talk about the nose and the lip? I explained it for you. You can always watch this video back if you didn't hear. It's always good because if your lip keeps dropping, just get the depth for your nose first. This is going to be a big face. This whole thing's going to be a face. So that's what I'm going to try. The last thing that I'm going to carve is the inside of the lip. That's what Uncle Kevin does. Uncle Ryan Cook's best friend. Uncle Kevin carves the face. The last thing he carves in is this lip. Because if you carve this whole face, get the block out, get the nose to pop off, remove underneath the nose, get your eyes in there, get the forehead pushed back, get your cheekbones in there, get your mustache rolling off, get your beard rolling off, get your mustache rolling off, get all the hairs, get them all cut in, cut them all in, cut everything in, have your face done, then cut that in last, because then you can place it. Hey Jamie, leave Amy Jo alone there. Hi Jamie. Anyways, okay, just carve Rob here. So do you guys want me to zoom in a bit more, or what do you want? I just carved Rob. Hi, Susan. I see it on Facebook there that you guys went on a trip or something. You and your husband. Nice stuff. I try not to be on Facebook too much. I just scroll. Anyways, okay. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, happy anniversary. Zoom in. Let's see. That's what you need to do with your lives too, Larry. I was watching your live from yesterday, and your camera holder so far. You need to bring it lower for when you're carving. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm telling you what to do. Okay? How's that? So we're gonna do this part last. You're welcome, Susan. Okay? I gotta make it so you guys can see too, so my double chin doesn't get in your way. See how I'm pushing that forehead back? When you carve it, I'm going to carve all this back too, like this way. Let's see here. This way inside the wedge, like this. But if I want my nose to stick furthest off the face, I'm going to cut those eyebrows further back. Side view after, but now the nose is going to really pop off. And it's okay if you carve. I don't even need to. I can carve a woodspirit. I don't even need to draw the face on. But it's okay if you. It's okay if you carve your lines off. Just redraw them on. Okay, so now I'm going to cut beside the nose. I'm going to cut beside the nose, straight in. Actually, hold it this way, so you cut the nose in like that. Then hold it that way, because you don't want to cut it like this. You don't want to cut it with your chain, with your bar pushing in, because then your nose will be too skinny. Go when you're doing cuts like this, cut like that, then like that. So I'm going to cut here, then I'm going to cut around the mustache, I'm going to cut here, I'm going to cut around the mustache, then I'm going to go underneath the nose, and I'm going to do a cut here, and I'm going to do a cut here, and I'm going to chip it out. You guys see okay? Real long mustache. Okay, now I'm going to cut here and like that. Boom, then I'm going to come around, I'm going to remove all the wood you guys won't see on the camera down here. So, cut here, then you have to get your saw, chip this piece out, pop, just like knife carving. You want to make sure that you don't cut too deep inside there because you don't want to hit that nose. Oh, just like that. Let's cut the mold nose and actually I'm going to cut around the mustache, get the mustache. Excuse me. Hey, just carved Rob, are you still there? So you see, I haven't cut underneath the nose yet. I look at this side of the face, this side of the face. Still there, just carved Rob? Rye from Bear Mountains Wood Carving. Remember when we used to talk, if you're there, remember when we used to talk about the wood spirits and we had the problem with mustache, top of the lip always dropping down too low when we were carving? Remember that? So, you know, the deeper that you carve around your nose, remember we always had the problem with our, well, I did, with my top of my lip always dropping and being too far away. That's kind of what I'm covering here. I don't know if you were here for that part. Okay, so now let's cut underneath the nose. Okay, there's my nose established. Now I'm going to remove some of this mustache. Your mustache doesn't need to be sticking that far off the face. Look, it sticks like that far off the face. Now I'm going to cut on each side of the nose and try and make it more rounder. Okay, so now I got my nose established, but now I got to take these cheekbones farther back. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, well, I'm going to cut in my cheekbones to separate them from the beard hairs. Now I'm going to start scooping in those eyes. Okay, so if I'm looking at the side view of the, hold on. looking at the side view of this, yeah, the nose sticks farthest off the face, but let's push those eyebrows back a bit farther. That's how you get the nose to really pop off. Scoop the eyes in a little bit more. Cut through it, so I cut through this side too. You guys can't see it. Okay, so now I look at my face. It's okay. Now, you know, your mustache, your nostrils are up here. So I'm just going to do a cut like this. This is another way you can push your mustache back too. Your like, I know you guys probably don't like looking at me, but your see here, my fat cheeks, they're higher than my mustache. See how this is lower. So this is a way how you can. See you later, Larry. Hi, Mark. So I'm going to do a cut here and then around. Then you can push your mustache back farther. I'm going to carve the mustache a little bit deeper. Want your nose to stick farther off, just cut underneath the nose again, right? And remove some of the wood underneath, but you don't want to push it too far back. So what I've done there, I've pushed it a little bit too far back. If you're looking at the side of the face, you know, your eyes are deeper than your mouth. This right now, the mouth is deeper than the eyes, but it's okay. You remove the wood here again, you take your eyebrows back down. All right. Little sticks farthest off the face. Now, hello. Now I look at both sides of the. It's hard to do when you're filming to make everything even. So everything's way off scale here. Look how it looks like everything's pushed over more that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly clean it up when I'm center of the piece. Sorry. Oh, it's still off. My battery, what's going on here? My saw's running out of gas. Anyways, the nose is off. That's what it is right now. There you can see the start of it. Now you're safe to cut your mustache in, okay? because you got your depth for your nose. Like we got that much depth, right? Everything's sloped this way. See that? We got enough depth underneath the nose, so now you can draw on where you want to have your mustache. It's going to come all the way down here. That's how you avoid your mustache dropping. Get it all blocked in first. I'm going to put my gas in my saw, and then we'll get that mustache cut in. Oops, a little bit more over this way. Yeah, this whole face is it's leaning this way. We'll fix it. And you don't want to cut too deep inside that mustache because we already got lots of depth in there. So now I can round in my bottom lip. how the mustache sticks so far off right here? Doesn't need to stick that far off. I'm just taking my time. Hey, Ryan! Look what I'm carving! Another wood spirit! Man, I love you guys. Ryan Cook carving. Him and Steven Kenzora and Uncle Kevin are my mentors. I got some more carvings to put in the spirit trails and Ladner. Anyways, Ryan's probably looking at that owl going, look at that, what is that? Anyways, guys, check out Ryan Cook carving. He's the one that taught me. Ryan's the one that taught me about the depth in here. Carve it deep in there so when you burn, you see some depth on each side. Ryan taught me lots of stuff. I spent a couple hours with him. We carved wood spirits live together. We got to do that again. And anyways, it's a nice old piece. Look at all this old cedar I got from Vancouver Island. I got this from Coombs, right? Yeah. Yeah, the wood spirit. We gotta carve again soon. I'm moving right now, so I've just been so busy. Anyways, I want to show Ryan something else too. This is my water fountain. I carved this last year. It was just a planter and a seat, but I made it a water fountain, so the water comes down here, comes here, and pools in here. And these are for succulents. And I did some rocks here, and all these are for succulents too. And then I got all these rocks glued in here. It's got 2 coats of spar urethane on it. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm going to show you this too. I might as well show everybody. Look at those cast iron legs I got. And a tabletop that I carved all down in there too. And the eagle that I'm working on. And this too. Right, if you're still there. This is real copper on here, right? From my old roofing days. You can see each shingle is done individually. And the whole roof is copper. You know how much all this copper cost me? $700. $700. I thought it was going to cost me $200, but 700. Yeah, I'm still waiting for more to show up. Anyways, I was thinking about it yesterday because I don't know why I still struggle with my eagle heads. I don't know. What's the question marks for? Yeah, I'm keeping this. I'm keeping this one for my new yard. I'm keeping this table for my new place. And I'm keeping the water fountain for myself too. I don't care. I'm sick of trying to carve to make money. Drop that beak a little bit. Like kind of like how I got it drawn on here. Like take some of this down. Remove this wood here. Give the forehead a little bit of, yeah, so cut it lower here. More? I don't know. This is going in the spirit trails. It's a memorial piece for my friend that passed away, but I didn't want to make the beak too small because kids will break it off. No. Yeah, that looks like a seagull. That's a seagull beak. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Remove some of this wood up here a little bit to give it a little bit of a forehead. Okay, thanks, Roy. I also see, like, and Benjamin taught me, you guys scoop in here. Scoop and take some of this wood away, because this is going to have abalone shell in here. But to make it so your eyes can look past here, you scoop inside of that away too, on both sides. I don't know. I can do a side. You want the forehead to give it space. Yeah, maybe we should carve that eagle head next time I come down to your shop. In fact, you can carve this in 10 minutes. Anyways, yeah, text me if you don't mind, Ray. Thanks. Yeah, so here's just. Hi, Claire. Anyways, beautiful. You carving today, Roy? Hey, Roy, you still there? That's good, Claire. Thanks. Ryan's still here. I want him to see this big slab of cedar I got. It's like 8 feet tall. There's 2 pieces. There's one in front underneath this blue mesh stuff. Actually, this back one's like 9 feet tall. I don't know. I don't. It's old cedar. I don't like you. probably like 10 feet actually. I don't want to carve big stuff like this, so I don't know, Ryan, if you ever had a project like an eagle on a tree or something, maybe we could trade some wood, because I don't want to carve big things like that. This piece is big enough. Okay, Ryan's texting me right now. Thanks, Ryan. This piece big enough. I'm going to try and carve an octopus in here. Oh, thanks, Roy. He's texting me right now. So everybody, you guys go check out Ryan Cook. He just did a wicked wizard too. It's awesome. Anyways, I'm going to get back. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for popping in too. You guys just follow his link to his channel. I can't check the text you sent me right now, right? But I'll text you after I look at them. So there we go. Owl in the sleeve. Rocks. Okay, thanks, Roy. Thanks for popping in. It always means a lot. And I'll get out there sooner or later. Doing it on my break. Okay. Hey, you guys follow Ryan's link there. We got a couple of videos where we carve live together. He's kind of taught me some things about the owl, even though that's not the best. But whatever. So now where are we? So I think right now I could pull out the die grinder. Hey, James Rankin. Later, Cook. What's going on with Uncle Kevin? He's moving his place, but whatever. They're selling their place. Anyways, I'll message you later. Thanks for popping in. You want the bro? I missed that text. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Anyways, I'll reply to that later. Now I'm gonna clean it up with the die grinder, I guess. What's my favorite saw to use? Well, it's this saw right here. I call it the Ryan Cook Special. Echo 2511C, 2511P. Yeah, this thing's a little ripper. Yeah, I think this is every chainsaw carver saw to use. Yeah, Ryan's sponsored by Echo. He's got like 10 of these saws. Okay, so you guys can see what's going on here. Does anybody have any questions? I'm going to run up. Yeah, that's right. He juggles them. Night Owl, who did you say the wood spirit king was? I seen something. I think you said somebody's a wood spirit king. I thought you said somebody else's channel. I was like, who's the other fucking channel that's the wood spirit king? One of mine. Thanks, scratching my head on its head. Hi, Claire. No, what happened was we agreed, because I'm swapping with a family. There's 4 people living in a 2-bedroom. I'm a single dude. I live in a 4-bedroom. I don't need the 4-bedroom. So I'm swapping units with the people, and I got a better yard. But they had, because over the years I've purged and thrown a lot of shit away. So we were supposed to be moved on the 17th. Everybody's out of their units so the painters can get in there. But they had a lot more stuff than they realized they had, so I can't move into the new unit till the 31st. And yeah, the painters are in my place right now. Actually, it's the farmers where I carve. The farmers' sons have a restoration company, and the farmers' sons are actually painting my place right now with that stinky kill stuff, because my parents smoked in my unit, and then I smoked in the unit. My parents helped build where I live. They smoked in there, I smoke in there, so the whole place is getting painted with the kills, because the family doesn't want to smell smoke. They don't smoke. They don't. I can't blame them. Oh, also everybody, I have started a new group on Facebook. It's called Beginning Dremel Carvers. It's just a public group. I'm the main admin right now, and I tell you right now, I won't be the admin for too long. So it's just for. There's also that group on Facebook, Kindred Spirits. That was my old group. The admins took it over. I don't like groups. I don't even know why I started that Dremel group. But anyways, I'll probably close it. I hate groups. I got my little private carving fusion group. It's got like 200 members. That's good enough for me. So beginner Dremel carving is the group. But don't join it, because I'm probably going to close it. If you want to join it, go ahead and join it. But I left the Kindred Spirits groups because I hate groups. So why did I start a new group? Because, well, I'm bored. I was bored and I did. Anyways, I don't blame you, Spike. So I'm going to pull out the die grinder. Is it, Claire? Is there people still in it? I don't know how to close it. So look at that nose sticking off by carving those eyebrows down, right? So if you look here, the mouth should be farther out than the eyes. But I'm going to carve those eyes in really deep. I'm probably going to carve real eyes on this one. Sometimes they turn out, sometimes they don't. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to shape it. I'm going to shape this nose with the die grinder. See how I did this bottom lip just with my chainsaw? I just scooped it out. Cut deep in here for if you burn it. It stays dark in there, it gives it depth. Ryan Cook taught me that. So, just let me finish putting my cigarette out, have a sip of coffee. I'm going to put my desk mask on. I'm going to fire up my die grinder with the Kutzall Extreme Flame Burr. This is the Meetable. And I'm going to smooth things out. And then, yeah. Where's my dust mask? Hello? Okay, so now I'm switching to the the GD 800C with the silver flame burr on here. Oh. Oh. I'm live on YouTube right now.
Yeah, I know.
How are you?
Good.
Huh?
That's what I have it.
Oh. Yeah, I'm going to carve this. This is one of those old cedar pieces that I had there.
Very nice, yeah.
Nice old cedar, eh? Just going to leave it nice and clean looking. Tuck it a little bit. Having a good day, Herman?
Okay.
Yeah, Herman's having a good day. He's above the grass and the sunshine on his own farm. Cutting. Okay. So there you guys can see. Now some people ask, why did I sand it before I carved in the eyes? Well, I sanded it before I carved in the eyes because when you carve in the eyes, if you sand it, you don't want to sand away the carving in the eyes. Look how nice this cedar is. Oh boy, that's nice cedar. Just carve Rob's side view. Live chat. Oh. Well, this has already been 1 hour and 34 minutes. Okay, so. Yeah, lots of depth. And I'm just taking my time on this. There's no rush. Yep. So now I look at the sides of the face, how equal they are. Bottom lip's a little bit big. It's okay. You can make it skinnier. I look at this. I look at this. They look good enough to me. So I don't know. Should I try and carve real eyes, or should I just hollow out the eyes? What do you guys think? Thanks, Andrew. You too. Where's my coffee? Leave it like that. Hollow. Yeah, you can just leave it like this. See, when you carve real eyes, it can start becoming looking at, thank you, cartoony. So the eyes will bring it to, hey, Wheels. Okay, Wheels says bring it to life, so we'll carve real eyes. I think it looks more like a spirit. Okay, just say yes or no. Yes to real eyes or no. No. Yes. No. Yes. So far there's more no's. Yes. Oh, I think we're equal. Yes. No, cool as is. I think, you know, you don't have to carve the pupils, and you can always just carve like it, make them look round in there. So, now I can see this side of the face is wider than this side. Oh, way wider. What the hell's going on here? Boy, this side of the face is way bigger. We need to cut this off here. Now I need to cut this off here. Fix it while you can. You see that oil from my bar? Look how dark this went. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to carve real eyes on this one. I think I'm just going to hold them out. For me, it kind of makes it look a bit more spiritual. Okay, so you guys can see how I don't know what happened there. I can't see how much battery life I got left. I'm gonna have to end this live here. I think my battery's gonna die. Hold on.